Since we're a bit restricted on time, I'm going to shut up and open the session for questions from the audience. Yeah. Could I please have a microphone? Say again, sorry? It's not...
Areas that we've talked about earlier today, of that balance between capturing data and the need for privacy. Fantastic that these transcripts can be used to improve the service, but if I was to use something like this, I'd be very nervous about how this is protected. How does the company deal with that? And the regulators, how do they deal with that?
I would assume so.
Okay. Yeah, that's a really important question, and the way that it's done at the moment is that normally if you are a therapist having face-to-face treatment with your patient, every now and again you will record a session that you're speaking, write it down, go through that with your supervisor, which is all completely confidential and part of the normal way of delivering care face-to-face. The benefit here is that because you already have the transcript, the therapist can use that transcript immediately and for every session with their supervisor. So there's already a process in place where things are written down and discussed privately within the therapist and supervisor relationship. For the company, looking across multiple patients, there is a very clever way of completely anonymizing all of the data so that you can use established systems, which are getting better and better, where you can take out any reference to any geography, name, any particular personal traits which could help identify the patient. And all of this analysis is completely anonymized, completely separate from any patient detail. It's just purely on the kind of nuts and bolts of it, if that makes sense.
Can I just add a comment there? I did a straw poll at a meeting I was at about 3 weeks ago because we had this exact same discussion about privacy, and I asked people, I said, if we could guarantee anonymity, who's worried about their healthcare data being shared for the betterment of man, basically, because we can learn a huge amount from that. And everyone in the room stuck their hand up. Nobody was worried as long as you can guarantee anonymity. So this is all about trust.
Yeah, so the NHS has got really highly regulated systems for processing patient data. And there are secure servers, there are particular information governance criteria that the companies need to go through, and it is pretty well regulated, probably better in the NHS than anywhere else.
Which is correct. Yeah, trust me. Yeah. No.
That's a significant hurdle for people coming into the sector.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you. Could we have another question? Oh, sorry.
Does this work? Yeah, sorry. It's a question for Michael and Inga, actually, because it touches on both of your presentations. Have either of you come across breath diagnostics? And if you have, do you see it as a technology that should be accelerated?
Yes, we do actually. We've got a toxicologist in Edinburgh who we run an innovation competition at the university in NHS Lothian every year, and actually one of the top 3 winning presentations this year for a new product idea was a breath analyzer for myocardial infarct to look at whether patients, rather than waiting for troponin and saying, so everyone that has an MI now is kind of kept in, you send them away from troponin, and then if you get an answer, they either have to stay in and get treatment or they go home. This was a point-of-care diagnostic that would tell you straight away from analysing a lot of the different chemicals in the breath. So yes, absolutely. And I think it's starting.
What I should perhaps have said is a universal breath diagnostic technology, not completely universal, but to date there are about 15 chemical markers already for 15 different diseases. The technical problem is sifting those out in one small piece of equipment on the GP's bench, so that when you go for your blood...
I think we'll get there. I just think it'll take a while.
Are you interested in investing?
I think we can hold this for a later discussion. Since we're a bit restricted on time, I would like to end this session with a round of applause for our panel. Thank you very much. And in keeping with the topic of optimizing healthcare, we would also like to optimize lunch. So if I could please ask the people that are not going for workshops to give like a 10-minute priority to the people that are, because workshops are going to start at 1:10. Thank you very much.